Okay, Memorial Day deals and discounts pops. We are going to kick things off with a 30% off of MSRP deal that you can get right now. And at this point, pops, the MSRPs are just too high, right? If you can get 30% off, the MSRP is too high.
Either that or the car's not desirable. It's one of the two or a combination of the two. But to get close to 30% off is, with rebates and incentives and everything, is a pretty remarkable thing.
That's going to be a theme here. So we're actually, this Memorial Day is unlike last year's Memorial Day or the year before that. New car inventory is starting to build back up for certain brands. And so because of that, dealers are starting to incentivize and the OEMs are starting to increase their incentives. So buying cars under MSRP is very real. It's an option. And we're going to run through some of the vehicles that you have a good chance to do that on this Memorial Day weekend. We are going to kick it off, Dad, with this doozy, which is a 2023 Jeep Wrangler 4xe. Now, this is in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
With incentives from the dealer, with the discount from the dealer of nearly $5,000 and $14,000 in rebates, you get a $62,000 MSRP vehicle at a lease payment well in the $400 range, a sale price of around $43,000. Dad, you're getting nearly 20 grand off a $60,000 vehicle here. This is what's possible on inventory that's sitting around and not selling quickly.
Absolutely. And that's always been the case in the car business. You know, we always talk about market day supply. How long has a car been sitting on a dealer's lot? That adds to a dealership's motivation to get rid of something. The longer it sits, the more it costs them to have it sit there. The more it costs them, the less profit they're going to make moving forward. So they become more motivated to sell the vehicle. They will discount the vehicle from MSRP, and they will apply whatever rebates, state or federal or manufacturer incentive rebates that they can to enhance the deal to get you to finally say, okay, I'll take it.
All right, Pops, CarEdge.com/report. Why am I going there?
Because this is the tool that truly levels the playing field between you and the dealer. It almost puts you in total control.
And so look at the screen, Dad. This is what we do, by the way. This is what our car coaches do. This is how we help people day in and day out. We have access to the same info that the folks on the other side of the desk have. And Dad, here's how you get to a $14,000 incentive amount, not dealer discount. The dealer discount was nearly $5,000. Here's the $14,000. Yeah, here is the $14,000 in incentives for this vehicle. You have to lease it. So keep that in mind. There are lease options out there. There's a $3,000 state and regional program right now. There's a $1,000 bonus from Chrysler Capital. There's another $2,500 bonus from Chrysler as well. Then there's the $7,500 federal tax incentive. So there you go. That's how you get to $14,000. And the theme here, Dad, is when you start to talk to some of our car coaches, there are deals out there under MSRP, especially if you're on the lease side as well. And for that particular lease deal, it's worth mentioning, money factor was at buy rate. Everything was clean. So like very good deal. But I was doing some research. I was talking to the car coaches, Dad. There are lease options out there for Volvo where there are extra lease incentives. Same thing goes for Genesis. Genesis has some nationwide programs right now on the lease side, and there's some on the finance or just paying cash as well. For example, we're seeing, Dad, if you don't want a Highlander that's the hybrid powertrain, but you're okay with the internal combustion engine, we're seeing up to 5% off, even on Toyota products. Not to mention Nissans have great options. We talk about Stellantis all the time. So this year, Dad, this Memorial Day, it's different. It's different than Memorial Days of past, well, at least the past 2 years.
Yes.
The deals are actually out there.
The motivation level for manufacturer and the dealer is much higher than it has been over the past two Memorial Days, where dealers were sitting there and everything was additional dealer markups or forced accessories that they made you buy. In many, many cases today, you won't run into that. But it is brand specific and it can be regional specific. But our car coaches certainly can help people figure out what's best in what area so that those customers can save the maximum amount of money.
So if there's one takeaway for this Memorial Day, you're going to go car shopping this weekend, you're watching this on Saturday, you're thinking about going out later in the day, you're watching it on Sunday, you're going out, it doesn't really matter. You need to just recognize that the first pencil is what it's called, right, Dad? The first pencil is the first out-the-door price. Because remember, you're going to negotiate the out-the-door price. If you're unfamiliar with some of these words, I'm saying Google search them really quick. Out-the-door price, and then type in CarEdge. All of our resources will come up. On the first pencil of the out-the-door price, know that very likely you're able to negotiate that. And I put the asterisk on very likely because, like we said, you want a prime Toyota, probably not going to be able to negotiate.
Yes.
You want a Kia that's in high demand, probably not going to be able to negotiate. I'm going to say 8 out of 10 times right now, unlike last year, you can negotiate, and that's where you need to really dig in and do your research, because we're talking about thousands of dollars that could go back into your pockets if you were just a little bit more informed and knew what was going on in the market. It's the point of this video, to make you aware of nearly 30% off on a Jeep product right now. People don't know about that, Dad.
And may I help you with the first pencil? The first pencil from the dealership, the first offer the dealership makes you. And the dealership is the one that wants to make the first offer. They don't want an offer from you. They want to make the first offer. That's not their best offer. It's not their first, last, and best offer. It's their first offer, which maximizes the profit for them. Now, I'm not saying that they're not entitled to a profit. They are.
They are.
Absolutely they are. But there is still room on that first offer. Oftentimes, it could take 2 or 3 back and forths to finally get to the ultimate selling price. But know that there's further discounts to be had off of that first offer that they present to you.